What's up, fishy friends? Welcome to Tim's School of Fish, and class is in session. Got my purple mustard dry, ready to do this thing. I give up on not trying to squint in my videos. It's not going to happen. I'm going to squint. I can't help it. It's freaking habit.
I do have eyeballs, though. I have eyes.
Today, I'm not really excited. We're going to take a look at another Benchmade from the Hunt series. But before we take a look at this knife, two quick announcements. I've got a huge giveaway going on. I will pin that to the end screen. I also have my knife release coming out. It's called the Blackwater Knife Company Snook. Way better and way more affordable than any freaking Benchmade you could ever buy. Scab over at Choir Boys Cutlery Outdoors has it right now. He's going to do a review on it for me. He's going to put it through its paces, so you guys keep your eyes out for that. The website is up. It's called blackwaternifeco.com. What you need to do is go to the website, subscribe to the newsletter so that you get the drop announcement. I will do several videos leading up to the drop, but I will send out a newsletter blast to everybody that's subscribed in advance of the drop so that you know exactly the day and time it's going to drop. There's not going to be a ton on that first drop, and they're going to go pretty quick. So if you want one of the inaugural first run Blackwater Knife Company Snooks, you need to go to the website, blackwaternifeco.com. Subscribe to the newsletter. I will put that website address in the description. Go check it out. The website's not beautiful yet. The pictures of the knives are not on there yet, but you can go ahead and subscribe to the newsletter. You guys know that I recently did that Benchmade shootout video, and I absolutely hate that knife. I think it's the worst knife ever in the history of knives. I don't hate this one. This one's called the North Fork, and I don't hate it. I just really dislike it a lot. Now, I'm not sure how I ended up with so many Benchmades from the pass around group all at the same time. What's going on right there? What's that right there? Look at that. Look at that. That's ridiculous.
Get a haircut, you dying hippie.
So, I've got some other stuff coming from the pass around group, and I've got some of my own knives, well, a bunch of my own knives that I haven't done yet, but I need to get these Benchmades moving on to the next person. So today we are going to do the Benchmade North Fork. So without further ado, let's get this camera turned around and take a closer look. All right, so your Benchmade North Fork is going to come in this wood looking box here that looks kind of like some wood paneling from a duplex in the 70s. Says Hunt, period, with a butterfly on it. I've got some information about our knife. This is the North Fork Folder CPM S30V blade steel. Over here it says this is the blue class. It's called blue class because if you buy this knife, you're going to be blue. You're going to be very sad. So let's open this bad boy up and take a look. All right, so the Benchmade North Fork. I like the look of this one, and that's about it. I do like the blade. I like the way this one looks. That's about it. So just under 7 inches overall length. We've got just under a 3-inch drop point blade, just under a 4-inch handle. I don't know, it's like 6.87 or something, but basically a 7-inch knife, 3-inch blade, 4-inch handle. Our blade here is a drop point blade, flat grind, S30V blade steel. We've got a stonewash finish on there, dual thumb stud deployment on this side of the blade. We've got that lovely, beautiful butterfly. On the other side of the blade, we have our blade steel, which is S30V. This one is an axis lock. Our scales here are stabilized maple wood. So stabilized, what that means is they inject it with resin so that it feels like plastic. and doesn't feel like wood anymore. Basically, it just makes it last longer, so you don't have to oil it up and anything. I would have preferred if this was just wood, because stabilized wood does feel plastic to me, and this one kind of looks like wood paneling from a duplex from the 70s. So I wish they would have just gone with like some straight wood handles here. Got a T8 torque screw on our pivot with an orange pivot collar. I do like that little pop of color here. That is a captive pivot. T6 torque screws everywhere else. We've got that massive clip there that doubles as a pry bar and a skinning tool and a self-defense tool right there. So if you hate the knife, just take the pry bar off and you can carry that as a pry bar, crowbar. You could break into a bank vault with that thing. You could go to jail in a lot of states if you were caught carrying that pry bar. That pry bar is reversible. That's why you have 3 giant Mickey Mouse ear holes right there. There's the old Mickey Mouse. Got a lanyard hole on here. We've got a back spacer that's orange as well. I do like that pop of color. Probably made out of silly putty or, you know, toothbrush plastic or something like that. Stainless steel liners here, and those liners are milled out for a little bit of weight reduction. Let's check the action on this bad boy. Ooh, this is one thing I do not like about this knife. You are going to get wrist tendonitis to open and close this knife. This knife will fail on you, and if you do not flick your wrist, it will fail. Action is not so great on here. That's one thing I don't like about it. So our handle here is less than 4 inches. So in the hand, this is a 3-fingered knife for me. Nowhere to choke up on this one really. So this one's going to be a 3-fingered knife. We do have some decent jimping here on the spine. And one thing I do like about this knife is we've got some jimping up here, which I kind of like. You can get your finger there if you're doing some caping type skinning cuts or utility cuts with your alleged hunting knife, you know, cutting labels, envelopes, whatever. You've got some jimping there. I do like that. I appreciate that they put that on there. I like the look of this knife. I don't like the action. I wish they would have gone with, you know, some regular wood. And of course, I hate the price. This one, I think you can find it for about $210 most places. MSRP on this one is $230, which is just absolutely ridiculous. This is about a $99 knife, $129 knife, $139 knife, $149 knife, but not a $230 knife. And look, I get it. It's a whole series. They call it the Hunt series. I don't use a folder for hunting or fishing. I mean, that's cool if this is what you want to use for hunting and fishing. If you like cleaning cut bait out of your pivot and you like cleaning fur and hair and skin and blood and sinew and guts and eyeballs and snot and slime and poop out of your folding knife, go for it. But for me, it's going to be a fixed blade all day, every day. It's better, it's simple, it's easy. I don't have to worry about it. It's easy to clean, just a better knife. Not what I would choose for a hunting knife. I do have that steep canyon, steep country, steep incline fixed blade on the way. I have a feeling that I'm going to be more favorable towards the Benchmade fixed blades, and the one that I have on the way is discontinued, and I think you can pick it up for like $130. That I'm not mad about, because that's about the price that you should pay for all of these Benchmade knives in the first place. But who wants to wait until they're discontinued and mark down half price to buy them? Nobody does. But that's Benchmade for you. So there's some things I like about this knife, some things I don't like about this knife. Of course, I don't have to tell you that massive pry bar there is a hot spot. It is a 3-fingered knife for me, so they're marketing this as a hunting knife. This is just an everyday light duty carry knife in my opinion, and it's way overpriced and the action is not phenomenal. It's not horrible. Of course, that shootout was way worse than this. Not the worst Benchmade I've ever handled. Not the best Benchmade I've ever handled to this point. So there you go, boys and girls. That is the Benchmade North Fork. Not bad, not great. Don't love it. Don't necessarily hate it. I do dislike it. Don't forget, I've got the huge giveaway going on. I'm going to leave that open for another week. I'll pin it to the end screen either here or here. Make sure you go and enter for that. Also, I've got the Blackwater Knife Company Snook coming out soon. I will also pin a video on that. Make sure you go to the website, blackwaternifeco.com. I'll put that down in the description. Sign up for the newsletter for the drop announcements because that one is coming soon. As always, I appreciate you for watching. Give me a thumbs up. Drop me a comment down in the comment section. Let me know if you have the Benchmade North Fork. Let me know what you think about this one. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Just click my logo right over there. That's it for this episode of Tim's School of Fish, boys and girls. Class dismissed.